Well, good evening, everybody. It is Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead.
Yay!
I have little voice left. My voice is shot, guys. I've been sick.
Yeah.
But you can't keep a good man down.
No,
that's what they say.
You really can't.
So one of these days we'll find one around here and we'll talk about that guy.
Oh, come on now.
But I got my Kool-Aid. I've been having my Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made a discovery when it comes to the Kool-Aid.
What's that? What's that discovery, honey?
The discovery is that I don't have to get bigger drinking the Kool-Aid because I can use my stevia. Yes,
that has been a great thing for you because then you're not just, water is, better.
Of course. Water gets old.
Water does get old. And so the flavoring from the Kool-Aid, even though there's food coloring in it, it's really okay. But buy the little packets.
That way it's really nothing. And zero calories is pretty much water.
Waterade.
It's Waterade. Actually, that was really funny. Yesterday I played a trick on the kids. Yeah. Because once in a while we'll keep sodas in the house for just like special occasions. Mm-hmm. If somebody comes over,
once in a great while, yeah.
If somebody comes over and you want to offer them something that we don't usually drink,
right?
And they're like, "Can we have sodas? Can we have sodas?" I'm like, "You know what? I got something better for you. Mm-hmm. I've got Waterade."
They're like, "What's Waterade?"
And so I'm like,
all excited about it.
I'm like, "Well, you just hold on a second. What I'm gonna need though from you, I need to get the ice cubes." I need you to get 2. Who all wants some Waterade? You guys, who wants Waterade? Hands go. I want Waterade. I want Waterade.
So there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, and so they're all excited about Waterade, and I plop it down, and I'm like, well, the first thing we're going to need to do is put some water in here, and so we get the ice in there, and we'll put the water in.
Bam.
And I just
Waterade.
went, boom, Waterade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're like,
oh. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So yeah, the Waterade, and and Brad uses stevia for coffee.
I do. I do.
And the Kool-Aid. So I'm not a fan of stevia. I don't like to drink it because of the aftertaste, but that's just me. So I'll drink water.
I don't think her taster's right.
Whatever. And I use honey in my tea.
Because I have several times put stevia in things that she didn't know, and she didn't know at all.
Whatever.
I have.
Whatever.
Anyway, say hello to the good people.
Hello, good people. Alicia, Layla, hello. Old Glory Farm, Haunted 55, Billy Wright, Baker Mom, Jesus is Lord, Michigan Daffodil, Felicia, Raven Tactical, Cindy Phillips, Patty Cake, Miss T, The Adaptive Maritimer, Tyler Woods, Baker Mom. Baker Mom Stevie is nasty.
That is not true.
It is, it's a preference. I'm not a fan. So, it's okay.
Well, poor Tyler. He's been doing his civic duty today.
Oh, yes. Yes, he has.
Civic duty. But they saw him coming. Tyler Woods here. They saw him coming, and they said, nope, we don't want you judging anybody in the court system.
They canceled the trial.
They're like, nope. Get him out of here. We don't want him judging anybody.
No. That's funny.
Yeah, he had to do court today.
Jury duty. That's no fun.
Yep. Okay. So now last week we kind of got off the beaten path a little bit and did a few. We gathered some stories that I found were interesting and funny, and some of them had something to do with homesteading, but the truth is that most of them were just fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I think we're going to do mostly fun again tonight. We do have some things that we do want to talk about, but let's go ahead and recap the week before we get to the actual real life topics, and then we'll get to the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So we had a cow escape.
We did. We had a cow escape. Dottie, she is a naughty little cow. We've actually been trying to get her bred. Twice now we've had her bred, and twice now it hasn't taken. But the other night we were coming home. I don't even know where we were coming home from.
Undisclosed locations.
Right.
Our secret base.
Yeah, it was about 7 o'clock in
It's
the
where
evening.
we keep the launch codes.
Okay. So it was about 7 o'clock, just dusk, right? And I was like, what is that in the field? What is that? It looked like a deer, but a really big one. Nope, I see a spot on the side. Nope, that's Dottie, our cow.
She's
in
out.
the field. She's out of the fence.
The cow
That
was on
was
the lamb.
loads of fun.
Yeah.
Cow was on the lamb. So
Yeah.
we got the ATVs, drove out there, went and got the leash and the lead, whatever. It's not a leash, dog
She
leash.
didn't want to come willingly.
She didn't want to come willingly. She wanted to be out and play. The grass was greener on the other side, but
She's like, I'm not going down without a fight. You cops are going to have to take me down.
Right.
She started running and bucking. She did.
I know she did. It was really funny.
There were micro bucks.
They were little ones. She's
Micro
just being
bucks.
a little
I'm not going down. No. You have to. I don't know.
Never mind. So Brad was awesome. He decided to go through the swale and the mud and the poo in his nice shoes. And that's been good.
Let's just say that one of them did get stuck in them. And it wasn't mud.
It wasn't mud, no. So
how many of you can Yeah. And how many of you can relate to that sound where you're like, it starts to pull up, you stick your foot into the mud, air quotes, and you're like, uh-oh, I think it's, it's too deep. And you just start pulling it, and it starts to make that sound, and then nothing. No. Have you ever had that experience? Party people, raise your hands. Say hallelujah.
Yeah, I've had that happen. So we got her back in. Found out the fencer wasn't working right, but it's
and
not.
Why do they call it a fencer up here?
I don't know. Fence charger.
Up here they call it a fencer.
They do. I don't know. It's easy.
Well, it's a fence charger. I get it, but it's funny how the slang happens. Mm-hmm. Like up here, you don't drive a truck.
You drive truck.
You drive truck.
Well, and you don't have an ATV. You have a wheeler.
Yeah, they're wheelers.
Yeah.
Everybody has wheelers.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, northern stuff.
So we found out that there along the swale, the grass had grown up really high and it had gone over the fence and shorted it out. So we did some weed whacking on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, and to be honest, I'm telling them, Mama, and here's why.
Go ahead.
You know when you get to the end of your telephone contract, and so that you'll stay with that carrier, they'll be like, hey, tell you what, you stick with us, we'll give you a new phone. Yeah. Well, it was time for us to get a new phone. We had waited our whatever it was, 2 years.
30 months.
Was it 30 months?
30 months, yeah.
And so
we were good.
Boom.
We waited our 30 months.
Boom. Show them.
Oh.
Kaboom. We waited our time. We didn't have to pay. And now we have the new awesome iPhone. And I am so excited, guys, because we looked at the video on these things.
Oh, my gosh.
It's really good.
It's really good. It's really good. I was impressed. I was trying to do a lot of backlighting. I'm notorious for always catching the backlight. Well, I did it on purpose. Oh, be quiet. I did it on purpose today while we were driving, and it just fixed it. It fixed it in the mix. It brightened up Brad's face. It is, you fix it in the mix. That's, yeah.
It's actually not true. You really can't fix it in the mix, but that's a misnomer.
Anyway.
It's a misnomer.
So, yeah. Well, no, Baker Mom, we've always had iPhones. They
work.
They just work. And I like it.
And I'll tell you what, okay, this is also the truth. Scout's honor. Cross my heart, hope to eat pie. Stick a needle in her thigh. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, man.
No, but I have always been a guy who's built my own PCs from scratch. Like, get the power supply, get the motherboard, get the this, get the that.
Gets every piece.
Because you can build so much better of a computer, like way, way, way cheaper.
Yeah.
Like I built a computer for, production to make the videos that we show you guys. And it cost me about 1/3 of the cost of an Apple computer that would do about the same thing, except mine whoops its butt. It's not even close.
No, it's true. His it's got a screaming machine over here. He tried to use the Mac.
I wanted to like it.
But
I wanted to like it.
No.
How did it last 2 weeks?
No, it was a few months. It was like 4 or 5 months. I tried
so hard. The way that the file system is set up drives me insane, because you'll think I'm getting way off topic.
Yeah, we are getting way off topic.
I'm going to get back on topic.
Anyway, so
the iPhone. So the reason why we started doing, this is the truth too. I used to obviously be in professional video, and I had, $5,000 camera was not a thing that was unheard of, because that's an expense of your business. It's a tool, just like a hammer or a screwdriver, but a very expensive screwdriver. And I needed it to do HD video shoots. Well, one day we're shooting at some food, and up from the ground came a bubbling crude. No. One day I was like, I didn't have my camera with me, and I was like, well, I'll just use the camera that's on the iPhone. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
And I looked at it, and I was like, okay, it's not the same, but it's dang close. And it's close enough where I'm like, okay, I can either do this, or I can go get cameras and wires and microphones and stuff. Yeah. And so I got to say, we went with the iPhone.
Yeah. And it just works. I like it.
Phoebe says, I can't afford a phone. She needs 2 tin cans, a string, and yell really loud. Well, being that you're from the Great White North up there in Canada, you're going to have to yell really loud to talk to us.
That's right.
And even louder to talk to Tyler Woods.
Right.
Because he's like 1,500 miles south of us.
Right.
Probably more than, I'll bet it is. I'll bet it is. Yeah. Hi, David Smith.
Because I think it's 1,500 miles to
oil,
to Tampa.
That is. Yeah. Black gold.
Texas tea.
So I am excited about this mainly because of shooting video for you guys. It didn't cost us anything, so I'm like, okay, we were probably going to stick with them anyway. But what she was saying about the dark video, like, it looks good.
Yeah. Well, I looked at their website and saw a night photo. You know how, like, you want to take pictures of the sunset or the sunrise, right?
Yeah.
But it always turns out just cruddy.
Wrong.
It comes out wrong. Well,
these look good.
It just looks good. It fixes all the lights, and it's great. I cannot wait to take sunrise pictures now.
Well,
when I go out to milk the cow, it's sunrise, so I get to take a lot of photos like that. So
yeah.
I like it.
So when it comes to Apple stuff, the position I take is it's great for somebody like Mama who doesn't want to deal with the technical stuff. She doesn't care.
I want to turn it on and it works. Exactly.
I want it to work and I want it to look good, even though it's freakishly expensive.
Yep.
And it's not as good as a PC at the same amount of money.
Right.
But for her,
that's awesome.
It works.
It works. What is the topic?
What is the topic? The topic is chaos tonight.
It is a little bit chaotic. So because we went and got these phones, the upgrades, we're late today. We started on time, but we didn't really plan a lot.
Why you tell them that?
Well, because you told them that we were getting we got phones. It's not staying up there.
You're the one that said don't tell them. I'm like, what does it matter?
So what does it matter? Since we told them that, I'm just gonna say
3 cameras.
Because of that, we're running chaotic show tonight.
Oh no, people. And honestly too, ask questions tonight. Tonight is a little bit loosey goosey. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5 of them.
5 really crazy stories that I want to talk with you about. And also, we've got a favor to ask. but I need a few more people to get here, or else we won't be able to do the favor. I don't think it'll get done.
Right.
So, questions, please put them in all caps. That way it's just easier for me to catch it with my eye. We might not be able to get to everybody's questions, but I'll try to answer them if it's appropriate for when we're talking. So, okay. Now, other stuff that's going on. We have now, I know, time out, Brad. Brad, why are you doing this?
What?
Why, Brad? Why? He's going to talk about pigs, isn't he? Yes, he is.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Bring it on.
I know there are people out there that don't eat pork, and for you, sorry, we do. And we know the scripture references, so you don't need to flood us with that, because we've been down that road
a
long time.
Yeah, right.
As a matter of fact, we've been in Messianic synagogues for a long time. However, that's not where we're at right now. No. And Jesus is still not mad at us because of it. He likes us still.
Yeah.
So, tell them about this bacon.
Thing. Oh my gosh. Folks, the bacon. These American guinea hogs gave us some of the best pork ever. It is delicious. These pigs are they were grain fed. They were milk fed. They were also
lots of milk,
slop fed. So whatever leftovers that we didn't eat went to the pigs. Veggies from the garden.
Whatever we didn't eat,
they had a bit of grain. That wasn't all of it they got. These pigs turned out fantastic. We are definitely going to use this breed again. And hopefully have a breeding pair to be able to raise them for ourselves.
We definitely want to go with the guinea hogs again.
Yeah. And I know there's lots of other channels that have done it and have had issues with the male.
Nope.
We're gonna be very careful and very safe. It's don't worry. If we see that there's a problem, then we will take care of that. But
okay.
So
we've got a few questions here.
But hold on. But with that being said, since we butchered these two pigs, our freezers are full.
That is a problem.
That is a problem.
It's a good problem, but it's a problem.
Right. We have two freezers. We have a chest freezer and a tall freezer, like a stand-up refrigerator or freezer. And they're full.
And we've got a cow that is either going to freezer camp or is going to get a stay of execution.
I think it's going to have a stay of execution at least until January or March. Or January, February.
Then the issue is going to be extra feed through the winter.
I know.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
We'll share that with you in videos.
Right. Okay, so questions.
Hold on. Yeah. First of all, Jen's weight loss. Facebook, you're not going to be able to get us. If you want to talk to us, info.bigfamilyhomestead at gmail.com.
Right.
How long did it take before you noticed the benefits of moringa? For me, 3 days.
Yeah. It's not the same for everybody.
And we're not doctors.
No, we're not doctors. This is just what's worked for us, worked for him, because he takes it. Yeah. So it takes a little bit longer for some folks. But
yep.
And depending on how much you take.
Correct. Yes, I do have a cold. Nobody punched me in the nose.
No, he scraped his nose.
I scraped at night. I scratched it.
Yeah,
I scratched it.
So, yeah.
So, what is the strangest event you ever attended? Ooh. As the Big Family Homestead? Okay, strangest being, I'm going to go with strangest not being like, oh my gosh, those people are creepers.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with strangest in like the most unique. Strange.
Okay.
I was in this band called Scarecrow and Tin Men. And we were playing for the Jubilee year in Rome, Italy. And it was a big series of events that culminated, and then we played for the Pope. And we were in this church called St. Paul outside the wall. And we're getting ready to play. And there's like, it's full. There's like, at least 2,000 people, kids in this church. And I'm just looking at all this artwork and going, oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing ever. And just humongous things and beautiful. And then there was this altar where they had this like a canopy around it, like 4-post canopy. And each one of the posts was like easily this big, intricately carved and just beautiful. And then I'm looking at this big face behind it, and I'm talking to the guy that was like our host that we're getting ready to play for these kids. And I said to our host, I was like, who is that guy? Like, because it didn't look like Jesus, because Jesus would have more, you know, it wasn't like over the top. I mean, if it was Jesus, then you're talking. But I'm like, who the heck is that guy? His head had to be honestly 15 feet. No lie. And he goes, well, that's Paul. I'm like, oh, cool. Like Saul Paul? Yeah. Conversion, you know, Saul Paul. I'm like, oh, yeah, wow, that's really cool. He goes, yeah, he's buried right there. I'm like, what? Huh? Like 15 feet from where I was playing, that's where Paul
was
buried. And so that might not be the strangest story that you meant, but that was completely mind-blowing for me.
Yeah.
That was mind-blowing for me.
Yeah. Oh,
did you see a question, Mama?
No,
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, there is Baker Mom. Will another freezer be cheaper than to feed the cow or bull for the winter? I thought about that, and I'm not sure yet. I haven't looked up how much freezers are and how big of a freezer we would need. And then there's the cost of the electricity.
Yeah.
You know, I know what we need to do is to can a lot of this. Can some of the stuff that we have. But, to purchase all the jars and then all of the electricity. Well, we have propane, but all of the propane to pressure can all of it. It's just, it's one of those things. So I'm going to do some research. So,
This is How We Rock channel. If you guys are into like rock and roll, Barry is husband to Barry and Alex, and they've got an awesome family.
Yes.
And he just posted a video recently of a solo that he played while he was playing for the band Dokken. And I'm like, oh, wow. He's one of these meedly guys.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like,
right.
he just play anything, and it's just like, he's yawning, having a sandwich. He's like, can you get some extra mayo on this?
That's funny. That is really
But
funny.
if you're into that sort of music, he's the guy, and he just posted that video.
Right. Yes, Michigan Daffodil. Canned beef is great. I love canned beef and canned chicken. We've never canned pork. Or no, yes, we have. We seasoned it. It was so good. I just I love canned meat. But the problem is, it's all
time,
it's the time
jars,
and the jars and the time
expense.
and the expense, right? So we're trying to figure all that out.
Yeah. So I built a pressure canning outdoor kitchen, Raven Tactical. That's one of the things we want to do when this home becomes our home. Right. That's one of the things we want to do for sure.
Right.
Michigan Daffodil. I don't like rock, but he sounds good.
Yeah.
There you go, dude. There it is. If you can convince non-rockers to like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, that's a good idea. Scott in Franklin, North Carolina says smoke all the meat. You won't need a freezer or canning. That is true. However, I don't like smoked meat for everything, so.
Yeah.
Susan, yes, you can bacon. There's
I've seen some videos on that, but that scares the fire out of me.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I would ever
because of the fat content on bacon. I'm not thinking
how long it would last.
I'm not thinking that's a really good idea.
Right.
But that's just me. You do your own thing. What?
Miss T, that's a great idea. Use Wisconsin winter snow outside and freeze it in a few months for free. Yes, there you go. That's great. Well, it gets pretty darn cold here.
Yes, but that's also like ringing the dinner bell.
That is ringing unless we leave it in the freezer, but outside.
Yes, but there are bears here, there are wolves here, there are loads of coyotes here, and that would honestly be like, no, come and get it.
Yeah. Oh, funny. French bacon, can.
Aha.
Dun.
Aha.
Yeah. Smoked pork shoulder, yum.
Hey,
Yeah,
Alicia, I'm a fan of the Rock of Ages. If you're thinking about Barry's music, This Is How We Rock, he did a really great set of like Christmas music. It was awesome. Check it out if you want. Can you mix moringa with V8 juice? Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Check your doctor. Make sure that you're able to do that.
Well, I think what she's asking is, does it mix well with V8 juice?
Oh.
And I don't know. You'll have to try that out.
It does not mix well with water.
It doesn't mix with milk either. I have to mix Grace's moringa with yogurt before I mix it with milk. So, yeah.
Hello from Australia. Life
is awesome every day. Very cool.
There you go.
Very
okay,
cool.
Now, so is that's kind of we made a bunch of lard too.
We did.
And it's pure white.
Well, you know what's funny is I've heard that those are a lard pig. We didn't get a lot of lard off of there. We had not as much as we got from the pigs before.
Weren't there did you do 8 quart jars?
There was only 5. I only got 5 quarts of lard off of both of those pigs, unless they didn't give it all to me.
Yeah.
So.
The Pura Vida mixes much better, says Nancy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I got to tell you what, we love that stuff. Yeah. We absolutely love it. So let's see. Pura Vida.
Somebody said Pura Vida tastes good too.
Yeah. Nancy up here says Pura Vida is a game changer. Yeah. Fantastic.
Good.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to be talking with Alex soon, and there's a couple ideas that I have that I think you guys are going to really like. Yeah. So it tastes good. That's good.
Well, BB, actually, I do use warm milk.
What's the question?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe the milk has to be warm to mix with moringa. I actually do use warm milk when I make Grace's food for the day. I use the fresh milk in the morning. So.
D Lemon, wow, that's not much lard from 2 pigs. You got to understand these pigs are not regular pigs. They're called guinea hogs. They're pasture pigs, and they only got to be like 250,
225, 250. Yeah.
Yeah, they were not, and we tried them out specifically. They were super nice pigs.
Super gentle.
Just kind of laid around.
Super docile. Yeah.
They didn't make a mess.
No.
No, not at all.
No, not like normal. Not like the normal big pigs. They're just gross.
All right, before we get into some of our funny stuff, we got a lot of funny stuff. I have a favor to ask of you guys. Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, I do a Bible devotion that anybody's welcome to come to. But I do a Bible devotion, and it's usually, we read a little bit, we chat a little bit, unpack the scriptures, and then we pray for each other. Well, here's my problem. My problem is that sometimes we have to go to the hospital, and we can't stream live on our mobile devices because of the way that YouTube's rules are. They say that you have to have 1,000 subscribers, or else you can't stream from a mobile device. Right. Would you please consider, even if you don't plan on listening to the channel at all, even if you're like, yeah, it's not my thing, or I'm an atheist, or whatever, or you're just like, I just can't do it at that time, would you please consider subscribing to the channel just so I can get to the 1,000 mark, so that I can, if you don't mind, please, and that is, it's Big
Family Devotions.
Yeah, Big Family Devotions. Yeah, is the channel, and if you don't mind doing that, that would help us out, because we're at like 850. So I need 150 people to do that. Even if you don't plan on watching a single dang thing, it would help us out a lot.
Right. I'm gonna get a link, guys, so I'm gonna put that link in there for you.
Yeah, big family devotions. Yeah. So we still do the Bible study. Yeah, absolutely, Laura. Yeah, and if you're already subscribed, that's great, and thank you. I'm just trying to get to that one little milestone, so that when we go,
right, when we're not home, then you guys aren't missing out. So that way,
I can still do it. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you. All right. I think it's time to start talking about our silly stories.
No, that's not. We're not. It's not time, because this is. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Do you want me to set that up, or should you set that up?
I can try
without giving it up.
Yes, I can. Well, maybe.
You're.
I'm really bad at that.
You usually.
I always give the punchline first. Why don't you go ahead and do that, honey?
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. Last week, guys, we were honestly looking for your input on whether or not we should change our name. And we debated and we prayed about it a lot. We've been praying about it a lot. As a matter of fact, we even bought other .com names in anticipation of a possible change. So that where's the link? They're asking for the link.
Put it up. It's up.
Just go ahead and
I can do it again.
Pop it in. Yeah.
Okay.
But we were really honestly kind of wondering whether or not it was the right fit, and we asked you, and the response was pretty much overwhelming.
It was resounding. We're not going to change the name.
We're not changing it.
No. There were so many of you encouraging us to stick with the name. And it was great. It was great.
It actually was, it felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good because it was like you guys had reached out and said, hey, we like this content. And so I'll tell you what, it's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time. 5 years?
It will be 5 years this Christmas. 5 years, guys. This has been such a journey of, and we were just talking about what we have learned.
Oh my gosh.
In the last 2 years since we moved here.
Oh my gosh.
We had never owned a tractor before, so we learned how to
even ride on a tractor.
Ride a tractor, run a tractor, work a tractor, fix a tractor. I mean, we're still learning that.
In all honesty, we didn't even know what an implement was.
No.
What's an implement? That sounds like something you get surgically removed. I don't want to. I'd get that thing out of me.
Right. So, okay, with the tractors, we learned how to ride ATVs, which, that's a fun thing. But that's still... ATVs,
we never had an ATV.
We never had ATVs before. That's still a tool that we use here on the farm. We've learned how to operate a sickle mower, repair a sickle mower, the lift, the forks, PTO,
hay fork,
the hay baler, the hay rake, which is such a fun thing. I love that. Sorry, you haven't gotten to have fun with that one.
Well, and the what do they call that big thing that we got it, but we haven't used it yet?
Oh, the grain elevator.
Grain elevator.
We haven't done anything with that, but oh my goodness, there's so many things that we have learned. How to cut hay, how to rake hay, how to bale hay. Fixing fences. We have never fixed as many fences.
Electric fences.
Oh my gosh.
How to just get in there and be like, I know I'm going to get dirty and I don't even care.
Exactly. I mean, I was, weed whacking and standing in this much water and mud. So what? I was filthy. I had shorts on, which was probably a big mistake because I had mosquito bites. But, anyhow, we have learned so much. We've failed at a few things, but we have learned more.
We've broken a lot of equipment.
We have broken just about everything we touch.
We've learned how to make hay.
Yes, but every time we go out to do something, something breaks, which makes me always think, should we be doing this? I mean, really? But God keeps blessing us.
Yeah, we're not 50 years old yet, but
it's just around the corner. But God
yeah.
keeps blessing us with people who have the knowledge of these things that are willing to help us.
Howard and Becky.
And Roy and Shelley.
Homesteader Bob.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just, there's so many. I can't even think of everybody. But
yeah,
I'm blown away by what we have learned in the last 2 years.
It is humbling to see how far we've come. And a lot of this has to do with you guys, in all seriousness, because when we go and do something, it'll be so funny. Somebody will be like, well, why are you doing it that way?
But there's so many different ways to do something.
Or with a piece of equipment, And I mean, canning food and all this stuff that God just blessed us with, and we're grateful because you guys are a part of this journey. And to be honest, where I hope this is going is encouraging other people to jump in. Yes,
seeing that it's a little bit. Sometimes it can be difficult, but just to keep going.
Yeah.
Just to keep going.
Yeah.
And don't give up.
Yeah, not give up.
And that's why,
and putting a smile on your face, even though it's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's frustrating, it's like, okay, we've learned one more way how this doesn't work. But
right.
So
hey, there's Kimmy. Hello, Kimmy.
I know. Well, she's been here watching for a while.
She's cleaning. She's in her zone.
Oh my gosh.
She's zone clean.
Okay, you've inspired me, Kimmy.
It's actually kind of frightening, to be honest.
Actually.
Although I will say that I'll be working in some area of the farm and all of a sudden something's clean that wasn't clean before. And I'm like, I'll bet she was zone cleaning.
Well, and what it was, because I can get overwhelmed really fast. And what she said was, you can do a little bit at a time. It's not this overwhelming project. So the other day, I cleaned under the kitchen sink and organized the stuff under it. I know, right? Right? And I cleaned the refrigerator out, and all within an hour. It's like, what? Yeah. This is fantastic. Go check out Kimmy's zone cleaning thing. I haven't made my cards yet.
Yeah, tell the name of the channel.
She's in her apron. Sorry. She doesn't go by Kimmy on her channel name. She's in her apron. She's got zone cleaning. It's fantastic.
She does a lot of mom life stuff.
She does. She does a lot of mom life stuff.
I'm not feeling all spry, spunky today, so just so you know why. It's like
Brad's not feeling well. He's tired, and
I
moan clean.
Moan clean?
Nice, Lori.
That's funny.
I kind of do that too.
Instead of zone clean, I moan clean.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is so funny.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. She's cooking dinner. What's for dinner, Kimmy?
Anyway, all right. So we're moving on.
Yes.
I found these stories, and I got to tell you what, sometimes people are just the dumbest thing ever. Okay. Dumber than a box of rocks.
That was not really a good
That is a perfect intro. It is a perfect intro. Because most of these stories are like, what are you thinking? You disagree?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Box of rocks.
Saw one of those today.
What do you mean?
At that store that we went to.
Oh, that.
Ew. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that because that was nasty.
Okay, so we found some stories, and these are just like, are you really kidding me? The first thing is this person broke in and stole $80,000 worth of wigs. That's right.
That's wigs. Perfect. I like that wig. It fits my head just perfectly.
Oh, I meant for the camera to be on you.
It's really okay.
The headline reads, $80,000 worth of wigs stolen from South Florida warehouse in a hair-raising robbery. Miami Gardens, Florida. Police in South Florida say thieves stole up to $80,000 in merchandise from a wig warehouse. I wonder if nothing. The owner of Prime Trading Hair Wigs Told Miami detectives that he was notified overnight that Tuesday the alarm went off. Basically, these wigs are like $800 a piece.
Okay.
Okay, time out now.
Who buys?
Let's unpack this for a minute.
I understand why there's a need. I really do.
Well, but
$800?
No, but like, who's going? You know what? I need to rob a wig store.
I need 1,000 wigs.
I need
right
a
now.
solid 450 wigs, or I'm not going to be able to get through the night.
No, that's $80,000 in wigs. If they're $800 a piece, that's 1,000 wigs. That's nuts.
They're just like shoving them into bags.
How did they move that?
So
many
like
wigs?
the Italian Job movie, they just drove like one of those like Mini Coopers in there, and they're like shoving them in. Go, go, go!
That's more than
go! $80,000 is worth twice as what our first house was.
Yeah.
Our first house, just random factoid, was on Experimental Farm Road.
Yeah.
3-headed glowing cows float by. Oh.
I never understood why they named that, but it's a harebrained idea.
Come on, Tyler.
That's great.
This is set up perfect.
Are they wigging out? Yes.
They're wigging out.
Yeah,
D
knock
Lemons.
it out of the park, fellas.
Come on,
that's
here.
Great.
Bring on the wigs again. Sorry, Mama. You just got.
I don't care.
Covered up by the cotton
it's
candy.
Really okay.
Cotton candy hair lady. She's hair raising. There was a political party called the Wigs. Yes, there was. EE. There was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like the Italian Job.
Yeah.
They had to load them. They had to get special, sprockets and shocks. So the wigs didn't weigh them down when they're trying to get out of there.
Some were haying, others wicking.
All right, so that one.
Okay. Hold on, Brooke. Maybe husband thought wife was having a bad hair day.
I thought for sure we'd have rabbit jokes.
Oh, funny.
Hair.
Yeah.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Tyler Wood says, but modern art that has never sold is appraised for millions of dollars after they were donated to a gallery. I smell a racket.
Actually, we saw something about that where they were doing some money laundering.
Oh,
with the paintings being donated.
The high art community.
Yes.
We'll tell them how it went.
I don't remember all the details. That's why I can't.
So generally,
when
you have a big topic that, you know,
you're better at remembering that kind of thing than I am. So they would donate this picture, and then whatever it sold for, that money would get pushed through, or they would. I don't know exactly how it went. You
stop when you're
ahead. You're a jerk.
Mama, please. That's like, I had a buddy who he would tell these run-on stories, and then he would just stop. He'd be like, I finally had buy-in. He would be like, he would say so. He'd start up by like, I had this girlfriend once that she was a volleyball player, and her coach actually talked her into buying this volleyball that was a $400 volleyball, and she was at practice one day, and the volleyball ran out into the road and got hit by a truck. So she ran out there, and she yelled at the guy. And we'd be like, "What?" He goes, "No, that was it."
Okay.
It was good,
great.
Mama. It was good.
Evidence is hair today, gone tomorrow.
All right, now
let's move on.
This one's pretty amazing here too.
My goodness gracious!
You want to read the headline? You control this. I'm going to bring up the Oh, we didn't have a picture for this.
Yes, you did.
No, we did.
Yeah, you did. It's the second one.
This?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
All
Bam.
Right. So, a Jewish group hosts Yiddish for Dogs class in New York. A group dedicated to promoting and preserving the Yiddish language
Yeah?
Held a special class for an unusual group of students. Yiddish for dogs. The Yiddish Dogs for Class, held Sunday in New York's Central Park, featured dogs and their humans learning commands such as sit and stay in Yiddish.
The class was put on by a nonprofit, Workman's Circle, a group dedicated to the promotion of the Yiddish language. They teach 800 students, and
Wow.
Yeah, and you know what? Weve.
What's Yiddish for sit? No idea.
I don't know. What would Yiddish?
Weve.
Weve. Oibay, like obey.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's when I saw that,
I'm gonna pie in my pants. I wish I could pie in my pants.
I think it was an autocorrect.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind pieing in my pants. Can I have a blueberry this time? That'd be nice.
That small of dog, more like yippish.
I knew there would be good comments for this. So,
oh my heavens.
What's that skin cream? Oil of Weve?
Yeah.
Oh, you look so young.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No pork rind treats for that dog.
Oh my gracious.
Raven Tactical says, I teach my dog to vacuum.
Well, that doesn't suck.
Oh gosh.
Wait a minute.
That's bad.
It might.
Yep.
It might. Must be a slow news day. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Well, I can't even actually think of any other Yiddish words other than oive.
Isn't
Tookus?
Tookus is one.
Tookus, that's your butt. Your tookus. What was the other thing? Shoot, I can't even think of any.
I can't either.
So what's the
dog? That dog get one of the wings?
No kidding, man. There you go. Stack them up. Stack them up.
Oh my gosh. Too funny.
Oh, schmutz. That's another.
Schmutz, yes.
That's like smearing.
There's
schmutz.
There's stuff on the
right.
blah, whatever.
Hey, Wanda, how you doing? Okay.
Golly, what in the world's going on? Yeah.
A lot of that.
A lot of that.
Now this put a putz. Yeah, there we go. This one's pretty good. I can't believe this is actually. And you know what?
Thing.
Before we show this next one, you got to know that this was government funded. Mm-hmm. This was 100% government funded. The government said, "Boom! You got $100,000. Do this study, people. I need you to do this study." And that is this. You ready, Mama?
Oh, sure.
On your mark, get set, go.
Staring at seagulls can stop them stealing food, research shows.
Yeah?
In London, Britain's seaside towns are at war with their seagulls, urging visitors not to feed the birds in effort to stop them from snatching tidbits like potato chips.
Oops.
Whoops, don't click on it.
I was trying to stop it.
There you go.
Global invite.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Keep going.
Okay. So, stealing potato chips from tourists' hands. The warning signs deck promenade railings from Scarborough to Broadstairs and beyond. But now research from the University of Exeter, I think I'm saying that right, has suggested an easy way for holidaymakers to deter the gulls. Just stare at them. Can you do that to kids?
They'll still take your food.
Yeah, that's very true. Stare at the kids. Stare at you. No.
If you had potato chips right now,
I'd eat one.
I would still
You'd
take
steal
them.
one. Yeah,
I
you
would still.
Right.
But I've got a weird thing. I have to have the first chip.
It's a thing. You open the
and now
bag.
You're doing it.
I am doing
now
it
you're
because
doing it.
I'm finding that they are better, right? The first chips out of the bag. Because they're not broken. They're not stale. They're very yummy. Now, we don't eat chips that often.
Oh, tell them the truth.
No, seriously. It's like once a week that I'll have potato chips. But I buy the plain potato chips. So
Oh my gosh.
anyway,
So there you have it, people. The next time you're stuck at
a beach.
there's a bunch of seagulls around. Man, why are there seagulls here? There are seagulls here. Oh yes,
Because
ma'am.
there's lots of lakes.
Rhinelander, but don't they die off in the winter?
No, they fly south for the winter.
They're here now.
Well, yeah, it's only September.
It's like negative 30 degrees in here.
It's not.
It did get to negative 30 last year twice.
But not in September.
No.
Well, that's what I'm like. Not. They fly south for the winter. And then they come back.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Is a bird on the plate worth two in the bush? No.
Yeah.
It's worth two in my stomach.
I don't want to eat a seagull.
No, but it's a bird. It's,
I'm
talking about, they are nasty. I would never eat a seagull.
The bummer ones.
The things we have problems with are, what are those things?
They have seagulls
pigeons.
in Utah.
We have tons of pigeons.
Ooh, there's a fly.
Yeah, they're living in our silos. We gotta do something about
that. That is, yeah.
Yeah.
You can stab them with your fork, says Old Glory Farm. That would work.
You can stab them with a fork.
You just gotta wonder how much money they got to do that study.
I'm sure lots.
And they're like, okay, stare at him. You stare at him this time. No, I don't want to stare at him. You stare at him this time. No. That one's got a weird look about him. Hold the potato chip and stare at it. They think you're going to eat it.
Yeah. Oh, funny. Mike DeFazio. The dumber ones see the Walmart lot as a lake.
They're there.
Don't you know?
Yeah, they are in Walmart.
They are. They really are. They're really dumb. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. My gosh.
This one's pretty interesting. I got to be honest.
Okay, now this one is more for the homesteading crowd.
This is why we call this a homesteading show tonight.
Right.
This is it. On your mark, get set. What in the world is this? Anyone? Can anyone guess what that is?
Who can tell us what this is without searching?
Don't look it up.
Don't look it up.
Does anybody know what that could possibly be? Or make a guess.
Yeah, just take a guess.
Make a nice guess there.
Should they win something?
They will win cool points awarded by me.
Here we go. No, Brad is not on cold medicine.
I wish I was.
No, we don't buy cold medicine.
So what is that, guys? Anybody?
Anyway,
3,
it wouldn't work on
2,
anyway.
1, blast off. Tell them, Mama. What are they?
No, it's not coconut core.
It is not bread.
No, it's not coconut.
It is not bread. It is not coconut. It is cow poo.
No,
Close.
it's not. It is stepping back in time in Kentucky. It is
a hairball.
It is a hairball.
It's a giant hairball.
But from what creature?
Oh, come on.
Just
they
saying.
got the hairball.
Yeah, they got the hairball, but
That's
what
a nice
creature?
polished hairball. Look at that.
I know.
That's a good looking hairball.
Janice, it's cow stomach contents.
That is correct.
It is a hairball inside a cow's stomach.
Correct. You don't want to bake that. That's not bread.
No, it's not keto bread.
Keto bread.
Now,
go ahead. Here you go. On your market set.
Okay, so most people are familiar with the horrifying and soggy hairballs left behind by their cats, but cows can also suffer from furry masses stuck in their stomachs. While a cat can painstakingly hurl up their own matted hair, however, cows don't have the ability to vomit up these hairballs. Imagine that. They're huge.
Yeah.
This means their bovine fur is stuck in one of their 4 stomachs for good.
I wonder if you could get them and make them into like earrings.
Ew. No.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
No. You know, when we have that cow butcher, we can always ask for it.
Can we have the hairball back?
I want the hairball.
You want what?
Yeah.
And how'd they get that one so nice looking? I mean, that's like
Maybe
polished.
they buffed it. I don't know.
I mean, look at that. That's pretty good looking. It's just hair.
It you know, it's funny. It does look like coconut core.
It really does.
Yeah, but yeah, gross.
So, okay, I think this could be the last one. Oh, this is genius.
This is oh my gosh, this is my favorite.
Genius.
I like the cow hairball, but this
is genius.
Wow.
You know, okay, this story is one of those stories that Okay, let me gather my thoughts. Jesus, come soon. Come soon, Jesus.
Please.
That's my thought on this.
Yeah, this is
Check
just
this
nuts.
person out here. This is Bam. Okay, she's happy.
It's okay.
She's happy. You want to know why? Because she's a trendster. And now people are paying like $25 for, air quotes, raw water. Now. And it's probably poisoned them. Okay, Mama, go ahead.
All right, so the first time I drank drank fresh living spring water, says Live Water founder. I'm not even going to say that name.
Mukande Singh.
There you go. A surge of energy and peacefulness entered my being. I could never go back to drinking dead water again. The weird news of raw water has spread, and now other startups like this raw water firm have contributed to an upswing in the buying of and selling of untreated, unfiltered, unsterilized water for human consumption.
So summing the article up, people are just bottling their nasty water from India and shipping it here as unfiltered, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah, raw water.
Sure, it's made by PepsiCo.
It very well might be. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, maybe we could sell them the cow.
The cow water.
The cow balls.
Cow hair ball.
Cow hair balls.
Wow.
Michigan Daffodil, this has to be Babylon Bee sarcasm. I really wish that was the case. It's not. Yeah, no. You want to look it up? The article is on
allthatisinteresting.com
in weird news section.
Just Google strange news stories or something like that.
Well, and this article it's from another newspaper. I think it's from the San Francisco. I can't find it. Oh.
Yeah, there's some
raw water, people.
Raven Tactical says I drank water in Iraq. It wasn't good. I can only imagine.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. We could eat living rocks then.
That's a great idea.
Let's do that. Let's promote that. Living rocks.
That way you get your minerals.
That's right.
You just eat the rocks. But then you're going to need to eat other rocks like a chicken. Put it in your crop. Wait a minute, we don't have a crop.
No, we do not have a crop. We have a stomach, which will turn into a hairball. No, wait, the rocks? No, that wouldn't. Yeah, you mean well water. Yeah, that's untreated, that's unsterilized, that's unfiltered.
It was not on the Onion, no, Nebo.
No, it was not on the Onion.
I really wish it was.
Must be CNN.
While I agree with you, I didn't say that. So honestly, here's the thing, guys. We are very grateful for your participation. And if you weren't here earlier, if you could do me a favor, if you're not subscribed to Big Family Devotions channel, please sub that, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Even if you don't plan on watching it, that's okay. It's just so that I can stream from a live mobile device, because YouTube won't let me do that otherwise.
Right.
So with that, how do we do a sign off here?
We pray.
We pray. Mm-hmm. That's right. We are a family of believers, and so if that's not your thing, you can head on out. That's cool. We wish you would stay, but if it's not, we don't want to push anything on anybody. So with that, we're going to jump on into a time of prayer. With that, what's next? Raw grass. That's funny. So here we go. Father God, thank you so very much for each and every one of these folks here. Lord, I just ask that you would just hug on each one of these people like a daddy who just is so excited to see his kids. And he's proud of his kids, and he loves his kids, and he wants to draw us near to him. And so, Lord, I ask that you would just reveal yourself more and more to each and every one of these folks. that they would want to know you more, that they would want to draw near, they would want to find out about Jesus, that they would want to have Jesus in their lives more and more every day. Help us to be more like you and not fake, phony, baloney, plastic nonsense, but Lord, like you. It's in Jesus' holy and precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Alrighty, guys. That's it. Tomorrow there's a video coming out that you're not going to believe.
Oh my gosh.
You're not going to believe, but you're going to want to have, honestly, before you watch tomorrow's video, go and find one of the plants that you have in your house because you're going to need it.
You're going to need it, yeah.
You're going to need it's like a potted plant.
Any kind of potted plant.
Bring it nearby. You're going to want to watch
Or
that.
you can go, if your garden is still growing, you can go out by your garden.
Do that.
Yeah.
Have one nearby.
Yes.
You'll thank me later.
Yeah.
So, bye.